Hey everybody, Mandy here, and we are back with another Father's Day craft focusing on our bicycle theme. Today we are going to make this awesome bicycle license plate for Dad just in time for Father's Day, and you only need a couple of materials, so here we go. So the first thing that you're going to need is some air dry clay, and I really like this brand, DOS. First thing you're going to do is pull out a nice chunk. Oh, and the other thing I like about this clay, the packaging. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I love the packaging because once you're done with the clay, it comes with this handy dandy little sticker flap, and you just close it up like that so your clay doesn't dry out. So grab your clay and you're gonna squish it around, knead it around in your hands for a little bit. Then you're gonna flatten it out. You can use a rolling pin if you'd like, but I just use the palm of my hand. And a little trick, something that I did when I was forming this license plate, I used the top of this stamp set that we're gonna use in just a minute. I used the top of the stamp set and sort of just like pushed it with my fingers into one side so that it started to establish an edge. So once you have your nice smooth little blob there, you're going to get a kitchen knife and you're just going to cut along and give yourself a nice clean edge. The next step is you are going to need some stamps, and I found this awesome stamp box at Michael's. It's got 45 different little stamps in there, letters and some cute little numbers and graphics. And what I did was I chose the number 1 sign and the number 1, and then I got my D and my A to make number 1 Dad. So you just press it into the clay. Make sure it goes in nice and deep. It'll be helpful when you're painting it later if you have nice, deep impressions. And don't worry about them being even across. It kind of gives that a little typewriter-y feel. And after that, I used this coffee stir that I obtained from my local coffee shop to make a little hole in one corner. And you just poke it in and give it a couple of rotations, and that makes a nice clean hole. The next step is painting your project. Now for the one that I created first, you can see that the number 1 Dad phrase is in silver, and then I painted blue around it. So to get that two-tone look, grab your paint and a brush, and don't worry about being neat and even. Just get right in all the grooves of the letters. Now I have 2 sizes of paintbrushes here. I have a thicker one for the bigger stuff, and I have a thinner one for the details that I'm gonna do in just a little bit. Just start painting. And don't skip the edges. So you can do the bulk of the painting with your nice thick brush, but then for the little details, like this little spot here on the D, go ahead and use a thinner brush and get in there. And you can kind of gloss over it, over the actual letters and numbers, because you made really nice deep indentions. So you don't have to be too particular. You're gonna let it dry overnight. You can add some zip ties through those little holes that you made with the coffee stir, and it will attach right onto Dad's bike. Don't close them, of course, because he needs to connect it to his bike, but add those zip ties with this beautiful license plate and you've got a great Father's Day gift that only takes you a couple of minutes. And don't forget to get the kids involved. Let them grab a Sharpie or some paint and make it very personal for Dad. I know this is a craft that everyone is going to enjoy making and giving. I hope you have a happy Father's Day. If you like this craft and you want to see some more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.